There we go. So we are live on YouTube, and tonight we're going to talk about media devices in the 2000s. We are going to talk about technology in general. So, good evening, good afternoon, or good evening, I think. For you, it's almost good night, but we are not saying goodbye right now, right?
Yes.
So, good evening, Solange. It's just you and me tonight. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the beginning of this century. And we have our usual questions. And the first of it is, please introduce yourself and tell us what media devices were most popular in the 2000s. Solange, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you well right now. Do you hear me, Leandro?
Yeah.
Yes.
We had
Okay.
a little breakup here, but we are back.
Yes. Yes.
We're back in the business.
Okay. So you were making a question. What are the devices that I know for this century, for the 2000
Yeah,
years?
let me repeat the question. Please
Yes.
introduce
Yes.
introduce yourself and tell us what media devices were most popular in the 2000s.
Okay. So my name is Solange. I live in Portugal. I am microbiologist, but I have been working for the last years in digital health. Um, I really enjoy speaking English, and for me, it's a huge challenge to have the opportunity to speak each time here on Talk and Talk. So, what media devices were most popular in 2000? I have to say that in general, and especially here in Europe, we had only, I think, uh, media devices were television and the mobile phone. I think um, in order to communicate and for social network, I think that in general it is the mobile phone. In these years, we cannot consider a smart mobile, or it wasn't possible. It was a device, a simple device like a mobile phone. That's my
They were
idea.
they were pretty basic, right?
Yes, they were, in fact.
Well, and I forgot, I noticed that I forgot to introduce myself. Let me do it real quick.
Okay.
So this is Leandro. I live here in Brazil, Santa Catarina state. I've been here at Talk and Talk for more than 3 years, I guess. Wow, it's been a long time. And well, there's nothing really interesting about me. I work with infrastructure technology. I am married. I have a son. He is 4 years old. I believe that's it. Nothing really special. And in regards of this question, is really nice to remember the beginning of this century that we are living. It's our last century, I guess. At-
Yes,
Isn't
I
funny?
think it is.
I hope so
Yes.
because and well, do you remember the CD players to listen to music and also
Yes. I
s-
still have some here in my house, but I don't have the courage to reject or to, how do we
to dis
say,
to
to
dispose?
the yes, to dispose, to discharge. But
Uh,
I have, yes, the CDs. Do you have did you have the opportunity to use a diskette for
yes, a
your
few,
computer?
a few, because when my first computer was already had a Windows XP operational system.
Mm,
And
okay.
I remember it's funny because the first computer that I've got from my father, we didn't have internet at that time. We only had dial-up internet in the country, but at that specific time we didn't have internet at home. So I've got this big computer, and there's a lot of small floppy disks, diskette, floppy
Yes,
disk.
yes, the floppy, yes, yes.
And as I had nothing to do with the computer, I tried all of them, and then I turned off the computer and went to sleep. And the next day in the morning, first thing I did was to turn on the computer, and there was an error. And I was like, oh gosh, the first day, I'm screwed. And I tried everything, and then when I ejected the floppy, everything worked fine, and I was relieved. And this is remarkable. I believe I was 9 or 10 years old, something like that. So I
Do you
had,
agree? Do you agree with me that in those days we didn't cannot imagine what will be the the years after in technology devices, right? I never thought that in my own life, in so close years, I had the opportunity to deal with so different devices in less time, in the short period. This is amazing. This is
yeah,
a great opportunity that our family didn't have in the past. This is amazing,
yeah.
don't you
And
think?
I was thinking in this regard, I was thinking about the video that we had watched before this live. And in the past we had each device for each feature. Like we had a calculator,
Mm.
we had a
Yes,
notepad, we had a re record camera, we had
the
Walkman,
television.
Discman, radio, television, and right
Yes,
now we have everything built in a small device, and we are totally enslaved by it, right?
yes. In
Not,
the certain moment, it was amazing, I have to say, and I still enjoy the performance of the different devices or the different performance of the same device. That is even great. But
yeah.
nowadays we are already traveling or walking for an imbalanced situation, a problem, uh, an excess use of these devices, right?
It seems like we need to take one or two steps back because
Mm,
everybody is so addicted to these small devices and we are not enjoying stuff anymore. Like
mm.
I've been to Europe twice in my life, and I've
Already?
been to
Nice.
yes, yes. And I've been to different countries like United States, and every place that I go that is a touristic place, nobody's enjoying the place. Everybody is taking pictures and looking to the landscape by their through their screens, taking
Mm,
pictures to post on social media, to share on social media, and recording videos that nobody's gonna see again.
yes,
Like,
you're right.
right?
Yes.
Nobody's breathing the air, nobody's enjoying, imagining the magical stuff. I've been to the Rome ruins. I mean, the Colosseum and all of that places in Italy. And I was thinking, isn't that crazy that I'm here and I'm standing in the history. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
how many people have stepped in here on this same pavement in the same street, like in the Colosseum? How many history we have here? And everybody else
yes.
was taking pictures. Okay, let's go to the next one. And I was like, stop that craziness, right?
Yes, it doesn't matter. They don't want to profound their culture knowledge, right? It's only about pictures and sharing that memory or that opportunity in the net social media, and that's okay. And that's
And
okay.
a collection of empty achievements. Like, okay, I've been there, there,
Yes,
there, and there. I've been to Thailand, I've been to Bali, I've been to
yes,
German, I've been to
yes,
United States, Florida, but you'll never been there, really.
yes. Yes,
You've
yes. You
you've been there.
never get present, right? We are not present. We are always, uh, how do I say, not connected, but we are always immersed in our mobiles, in our devices that we
I
forgot
believe I
to
believe the reason I believe the reason is because new things always brings up our dopamine, and we always need
mm,
something new. And the algorithms of social media are always fueling this feeling. Like, okay, you need something more. What else? And what else? What else? Let's scroll down the screen and see what's new we have here. It makes no sense. Our brain is not designed for it. We are it's funny because
yes,
we are designed to be productive during the day, and as soon as the day ends, like the in the twilight, we have to find shelter and sleep. And then early in the morning, you know what I mean?
yes.
We are designed in a very strange way if we think on the modern times we are living right now. So I believe we are.
You were saying, sorry for interrupt. You were saying some minutes ago that we need to go behind two steps or something like that. I
Take
don't know
two
exact.
steps, take two steps
Yes,
back. Yeah,
back. But you think it's possible? Do you believe this is possible? We need to, but are we able to do it? I think no. And I think it's already too late. I think
I don't know. It's hard
uh,
because I'll tell you, I work from home, you know, so it's something that 20 years ago it was impossible to do the work that I do here from home. You know, I had to be at least in a big office, in a big office, working by the phone 20 years ago. And right now I can work from home for any company, for any person around the world. If I adjust my time zone, I can do whatever I want. Of course, there's something that there's a
yes,
lot of things that we don't have the proper output, but I mean the wage, or you know what I mean? But it's
yes,
funny, and it's something that I really enjoy because I can live totally different. I remember when I was a kid, I only saw my father in the evenings because when I wake up, he was already working, you know, and he worked on Saturday as well. So I remember I never seen my father in a business day during the morning. In the morning, it's funny. Right now, my son has a totally different perception of the world because his father is always at home, and you
yes.
know. And if my father is at home in the
It's a
morning, it's
privilege for him,
Sunday.
right?
Yeah. So I remember if my father is at home in the morning, it's Sunday or it's a holiday, you know?
Okay, okay. Mm,
And it's funny, and this is something good. So we have pros and cons, a lot of them.
yes.
But this addiction, this anxiety, this modern ills, it's hard because I believe we are not designed to this flood of information. You know what?
Mm,
There's a friend of mine that says it's not a friend, actually, it's some person that I follow in the social media, and he says that 100 years ago, uh, a a person that lives like until his 70s or 80s would see like 100 different people in his entire life, 100 different faces, you know, like someone that works in the field that lives in the countryside will see only nothing more than 100, 150 different faces in his entire life.
okay, okay.
And right now, if we go to a big city like Lisbon, like São Paulo, like I don't know, New York, we can see 100 different faces within the same hour. A
Yes, you're
lot of
right.
information. This is a lot of information. it's a flood. And if we look for this is
Yes.
interesting to think about, right?
Yes. In that is a fact that can explain why we are feeling so tired, right? So overwhelmed, right? So confused, and some in certain moments, I I used to be a observe person, and figure out the situation and people and so on. But in the certain moments, it's so much things happen in the same time, at the same moment, that I cannot kept everything. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And in other moments, I arrive at home so tired. So I don't understand why I'm so tired today. And you're right about that, this perspective.
It's a flood of information.
It's too much information at the same time. You're right. It's our mobiles, too much people, the rhythm, even the rhythm of the cars and so on. And it's so much thing happening the same time. It's scaring. I think it's scaring.
You can
Um,
try it out next time you go to Praça do Comércio in Lisbon. Think about it. A lot
mhm.
you have more than certainly more than 500 people. No,
Yes.
I'm not sure if 500, but I don't know. Maybe if you go in a weekend, there's a lot of tourists over there. You can see probably more than 100. Well, if a bus can carry like 50 people, yes, certainly
Mhm.
there's more than 500 people, different people.
Yes.
So think
Yes.
about it. You are seeing more people in that very minute than someone that lived
On his
like on his
80, 80. Yes.
entire life,
Entire.
entire life.
This is amazing. He made. Wow.
You have never thought about
Wow.
that, right?
No, never, never thought.
And we are talking only about faces. We are talking
Yes.
only about faces. You are not talking about the amount of information that we are taking.
Now
And
imagine all these people sharing something on internet. The rhythm of information, of news, of images, of histories. It's huge. It's
it's
huge.
it's huge.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But
Now,
I have to say another thing. Now changing inverting the subject. I decided to leave some social media. It's too much for me. It's not about I can manage it, okay? But I want to relax. I want to sleep. I want to be present for my family. I want to do nothing. I want to empty my brain in some minutes of my daily routine. So I have WhatsApp. I think most of the people have WhatsApp, but I'm not answer all the time. I answer to my son because I have an effective relationship to build, to how do we say nutrir, to nurture, right? To nurt
I believe nurture is something different, like taking care of the relationship. But I believe that
nutrir,
let me. You know what? I always use this tool called Deep
nourish, to nourish.
Nourish. But you know
Yes,
what? I have this too, dpill.com, right. So you can write,
yes.
have you ever used it?
Yes,
You can,
yes, I use, most of the time. I like deep telling. It's amazing. I really do. Um, so, in order to be present in my life, in order to enjoy some moments and even to relax and to sleep well, I cut some, use
so
some.
you quit. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it's funny because it's interesting that you are mentioning it because only a few people uh notice that they need to push the brakes,
You think
you know?
so? I think
Yeah.
we begin to. to find more people with this need.
I like to read in physical
Yes.
books.
Okay. So do I.
So
So do I.
so I'm reading right now a novel from Sydney Sheldon, and I feel like Canadian in this end of the year celebrations. I was the only one that was reading. You know, my entire family and acquaintances, nobody's reading right now. Ah, I don't have time. Really? You don't
Mm,
have? Okay.
yes.
I also didn't have time, so I have made some time to read.
No, that's the
And
point.
that's why I think that it's only few people notice they have a problem, you know, and it's a modern problem.
I think
If
the situation about reading is that the the rhythm of the brain is so intense. Even the physical rhythm of the persons are so um, crazy, so excessive. We can say excessive. That
it's excessive,
excessive that people don't have they are not calm enough to concentrate in a book. Do you agree with me? You think so?
yeah. Here's my point of view about it. I believe we are exposed to a lot of stimuli. So
Mm,
if we can take as example the cartoons. So the
okay.
90 and the in the beginning of 2000s cartoons were pretty different. They they had a different rhythm, a different amount of colors. So if you
Mm.
put a kid from nowadays to watch some old cartoons, they will feel this is boring
Yes, you're
because
right.
there's no that amount of colors and explosions and there's no pause, blah 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 blah, blah.
Mm.
Even social media reels, social media stuff, there's no pause. They cut the videos and people are
Put some
always, yeah, because
advertising, right?
it's something crazy. I mean, I don't like this kind of content. I don't like this kind of
Neither do I.
reels because I'm not a machine. I like
Yes.
pause. I like normal conversations. All of a sudden we will be talking like that. And I don't think it's good. So yeah, when you are reading regular paper, ink on paper words, there's just that stimulus, that resource. It's there, and you have to build all the history, all the image for yourself. So if we both of us read the same book and if we discuss about it, we are going to have totally different
Yes.
story on our minds, totally different
Yes.
faces for the
Yes.
characters. So when we have this on social media or on a screen, someone have had this word for us, this work for us. Someone have done this for us. Someone
Yes.
have the hard job, have done the hard job for us, and we just have to absorb. We are not making new connections. We are not spending energy,
Mm.
and our brain
Yes.
doesn't like spending energy. He always like to save energy, you know? So when you
This
have
is
to,
dangerous because you are not
yeah,
stimulate yourself. In cognitive performance, this is terrible. This is really terrible. We are losing our intellectual capacity to think and to create. This is a problem. This is a really a huge problem. I don't know. Uh, Recently, I made a training about new skills for the 21st century. Uh, and we are talking about critical thinking, the major creativity, the major skill that we have to improve and to take care. It's creativity, create. How do we say create? I'm
cre
sorry.
creativity.
Create creativity and Analytical thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, we are losing the capacity to decide and even to separate what is correct and that what is wrong.
But
Uh,
if you but
Pretty
you live in Lisbon right now, right?
Porto. I
If
live in Porto in the north.
I'm sorry, Porto. So if you go outside right now and you walk like 2 or 3 blocks, you only see zombies, walking and watching to the phone. A lot of them. Of course, we have some old people just walking, but it's rare, you know?
Yes, it's rare.
And you are going to see only zombies. Nobody's thinking, nobody, you know what? Naval Ravikant, uh, I believe he is from New York, Indian American guy, but Naval Ravikant once said, uh, think as your brain and your thoughts as a mailbox. So you
Okay.
have to you have to at least open and read. So if you spend like 30 minutes a day just thinking, opening your each of your thoughts about, if each of your thoughts ons at least for one time, just one time. Okay, this idea, okay, next email. Okay, this idea, next. But no, we are always getting more information, but we are not thinking about the information that we have to
We are
process.
not processing. Yes, we're not processing. We are just consuming, right? It's
Yeah,
just about consuming, consume.
so if you
This is
go
very strange.
to so if you take a cup of coffee and you sit in, I mean, outside your house, and you just sip your coffee and think. This is rare because we are always looking to our cell phone or listen to music. We are never alone with us, and there are some people that it seems they are afraid of themselves, you know,
Yes,
like
you're right. It's an
like
amazing point of view. They are not used to deal with themselves, right?
yeah.
Wow.
And it's funny because positive thoughts are rare, but negative thoughts keep hammering our brain the entire day, and we feel pressured and we feel anxious. It's amazing, amazing
So
thinking in that way.
do you think that we in general prefer bad thoughts because we don't have a positive relationship with us? So it's related?
It's not
The
that we
relation.
it's not that we prefer, but it's something like it's always chasing us, you know. If you don't acknowledge that thought, even if
Mm,
it's something bad, okay, but let's see the positive side of this.
mm.
If we don't acknowledge this thought, it's gonna be we will have always kind of a cloud above us. It's hard to talk about it, but it's something that makes sense.
Yes,
And
makes sense. And in general, people prefer to think first in the bad perspective. It's like surviving, right? It's the scare and it's an inconscient uh, uh, behavior, right?
yeah, yeah.
Um, this is scaring.
You know
Uh,
what is funny? We are just on the first question. But the
no, no, we're
conversation is
not. We're
the,
not. We're
the
not. I
conversation
think
is been
I
amazing.
think we cross away the major of the majority
Yeah,
of the questions. So
yeah.
just to let you know that in general, I'm not so interested for the moment in other devices than my smartphone. That's
Yeah,
enough. And even my humble smartphone, I don't use all their performance. I
other
use
features.
their features. Yes, it's an option. It's a life option,
Yeah,
and that's okay. And that's okay.
that's fine. That's fine.
Uh, Yes, of course, I'm interested. I'm in new devices, and uh, probably we will have the opportunity in these years to essay to experiment new devices, and I will be pleasure to do it. But in general, first of all, I'm really compromised to continue my human life, my human presence in my own life and in others' life. Do you understand? Even to read a book or to take a coffee or even to sleep, things like this. So basic, but so important for me. It's my idea.
And to handwritten something. It's funny. I like to
Yes.
handwritten a lot, and
Yes.
I believe but you know what? My son is starting on Kumon approach. I don't know if that's
Common,
the Kumon.
common,
K
common.
U we call it Kumon here. K U
What
M
is
O
com?
N. Kumon. It's a Japanese method to study.
Ah, okay. Never heard. Can you write it here,
Yeah,
Leandro, on the
I will, yes. It's called Kumon. It's a Japanese method of
to
repetition
study?
to study mathematics. Of course, here Portuguese, English, and
Ah,
Japanese.
okay.
You have never heard about this method?
No, no, no.
It's
And
real
this,
it's really
uh,
interesting. But
okay. And the
my point is they have the regular paper stuff and they have the tablet
okay.
tools. So I've chosen to my son the handwritten stuff
Yes,
be-
perfect.
because okay, he will have the opportunity to use a lot of
Yes,
devices. He will have a lot of more easiness to use than us, but I want him to develop the ability to write down stuff, to to think about what he
yes,
is writing. It's totally different when I have my
yes,
notes handwritten than when
yes.
I have my notes digitally in a document, you know.
Did
Since
he accept? Did he understand? Did he understand your decision and he agree with it?
no, he doesn't have a choice. He is 4 years old.
Ah,
You know,
four
he
years
doesn't
old.
know. But my fight was with the school because the school wanted to, of course, they wanted to sell the tablet stuff, but
Digital, yes.
yeah, it's not a money matter. It's a
Mm.
method matter. So
Yeah,
I believe this,
pedagogical. Yes, yes, I
yeah,
understand.
the mechanical stuff is so much better than the digital stuff. So I have shared with you the name, and I have shared with you a video called Happiness, a YouTube video I have shared just
Yes,
right now.
I was talking with you, and I noticed that you were sharing more stuff, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm open it, and when we finish the conversation, I will see it.
Yeah,
So
copy and paste in a notepad because I will close the chat as soon as I close the meeting. But it's
amazing.
interesting. Yeah, it's interesting video. It's an old video, I believe, with more than 56 million views 8 years ago.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
it's the plot of our modern times, you know, like we are living, work, following, as the Bible says, we are following the wind, trying to catch the wind. It's impossible, but we keep running, you know.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it's always good to talk about this kind of stuff. Always good. And
Thank you so much, Leandro. It was
yeah,
an amazing 60 minutes. I really enjoyed this
yeah.
conversation. I didn't understood that I was talking about in English, so it's always speaking, speaking, speaking. It was really great. It's not it was easy, and it's not an effort for me to discuss this subject with you. Thank you so much.
This is the magic. I mean, we are using English as a tool, and
Yes,
we are not studying verbs or grammar. No, we are using it as a tool. We are using. So I believe this is the best method we have to practice,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Of
Yes,
course, we
yes.
have
Thank you.
sometimes we have to go to the class and learn things about the language, but right now we are using it, and I appreciate your participation and I appreciate that conversation. Okay?
Thank you so much,
So
Leandro.
I
So
hope
hope
you,
to see you in the next session, probably in 2 weeks. Let's see
okay.
what happened. Thank you so much. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
week with your family, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye,
Likewise.
Leandro.